You guys ready? Let's do this. Good morning, folks. Brandon Krover here, Krover's Dirt Works. It is a Friday morning, early morning. We are off running and a gunning and shining and a grinding. So here we go. It's Friday. It's going to be a long day today. Yesterday I got a call later in the afternoon. Septic line is broken to a rental, multiple story rental house. A lot of people living in it, and they need it fixed because the toilet's down and can't shower or sink, anything. So went and looked at that last night, and we're gonna get on it today. Even though we're fully booked out, we still are gonna work like hell today, this morning, to wrap up what we have going on, you know, sooner than expected, because we're just going to be working twice as fast, twice as hard, I guess. Not really. We're going to get some guys going on it, and then we're going to have one of our guys pull off of it, keep those two guys going on it. I'll meet him over there to help him with that, but you'll see that later on today, so stay tuned. You're going to want to see that. Very tight quarters, and you know, it's a tricky little gig there. So anyhow, doing that, I have to run out. Hold on a second. I have to run out and meet a lowboy driver at one of our other jobs. We're dropping off equipment, getting ready to roll on Monday morning. We have 2 excavators getting dropped off there today, and then a dozer on Monday, and then we got to bring our 333 over on Monday as well. I might do that this weekend, but we'll see. So I got to meet those guys over there. First of all, tricky access downhill. We live in, you know, Pacific Northwest, right? So there is nothing flat here. Everything is on a hill, sloped sideways, up and down. So getting equipment in and out of steep places sometimes a challenge. And then we have asphalt as well. We can't walk these excavators across the asphalt because it chews them up. It's steel tracks. You can get away with a little bit, but you just gotta watch it. And this customer just had brand new asphalt driveway laid in here this summer, which was like a month ago. So no go, mats only. We're gonna run these mats across and then walk them. Do that. Anyhow, I gotta go cut the mats, and I forgot my knife. I just realized that, to cut these mats. They're 30 inches wide. They're belting. They're old conveyor belt rubber. So they're 30 inches wide, and I got 2 sections 100 feet long. So I need to cut them to manageable length. I don't know, 25, 30 feet, somewhere in there. But I don't have a knife. Freaking forgot my knife, so we'll figure that out. But stay tuned. You will be along for the ride all day long, and you may change some of your guys' minds about wanting to own an excavation company after you see this today. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Okay, back at it. I did go by the coffee shop, grab me a coffee. I didn't record because I didn't want to look like a freaking weirdo, so I didn't record. They know me very well. They're all super cool, but this whole recording shit is kind of new to me, so I didn't want to look like a freaking weirdo, so I didn't. But maybe eventually I will. But anyhow, got some coffee. We gotta go by the hardware store first because I forgot the freaking knife to cut the belts, right? So I have to go by the hardware store here. But anyway, so yesterday I was on the coast, which is about an hour away from us, looking at a job with a subcontractor, and that we would be subbing out. He'd be working for us, and he's about 1.5 years in, and he's obviously not in the same line of work as I am, but in the construction industry. 1.5 years in, and he's going through the same growing pains that I did a few years ago, and we still are going through growing pains. I think you always will if your company is growing, right? So if you're sitting idle, you're not growing. So anyhow, so he was just, you know, kind of stressing, you know, you know, where he's at. It's just it's just him. I think 2 other guys working for him. You know, he doesn't have any office support at all, and so that's the tough part, is when you're in that, you're cresting, you know, you're at the top of that, and you're trying to crest over top of this mountain here, and you don't have any office support yet. You know, you don't have an estimator yet. You have no project, you know, manager, foreman yet. So you're wearing multiple hats, which that's what we all do. You know, for many years when you're starting up to do it right anyhow. And he's like, you know, he's got all this work, but he can't get, you know, he can't freaking get everything together because he's one guy. You know, you can only do so much. There's only so many hours in a day, and you could work 20 of them and still not have enough. We've done it. I've done it. So he's at that point where he's like, God, I gotta, you know, he doesn't have an office. He's got, you know, he doesn't have an office yet. He's just at his house, and that's that transition to the next step. Are you wanting to take the next step to grow the company to the next level? And there's going to be just another level right after that one. So, and he does. He wants to grow it. He's, you know, he's my age. I think he's a year younger than me, or 2 years, right about 30. So, he wants to grow, and that's great, because that's exactly what I want to do. And so at some point, you know, you're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to get an office. You're gonna have to, you know, get a you know, an office manager, you know, a guy or a gal that's in there, and they just keep your shit straight for you, because you're in the field, you're out estimating, you're managing, you know, you're all over the place. And the last thing that naturally that we are not good at as dudes, most of us anyhow, are not good at the office work. You know, we're built and designed to be in the field, dealing with customers and dealing with, you know, the project itself, hands-on. And so he's, you know, going through all the cost of doing all this. I go, yeah, there is cost associated with it, but look what that money is going to make you. You got to look at it as an investment. I'm going to invest this much into this person. I'm going to invest this much into, you know, the office and the office support. But look what it's going to make you, you know, later. Your return on your investment later. And these newer guys that are just starting, they get hung up on you know, oh God, yeah, it's going to be an extra $2,500 a month for an office, and then, you know, an extra $2,000 for a shop, or whatever, you know, whatever the number may be, and then payroll for that new person maybe, you know, $4,000 or $5,000 a month, or whatever you're doing, and then benefits and all that shit. So you get hung up on that, and they end up not doing it, or really delaying, you know, that phase. And what it does is end up crippling the growth of the business, because you're just like, you know, you can't grow. You need help. And I see people do this for years and stun their growth for many, many years, and they could be a much bigger company sooner if they didn't just, you know, do it sooner. But anyhow, so it was a great talk, and you know, I think he's realized that, hey, roll the dice, dude. You've already rolled it once, probably 100 times to get to the point where you're at now. He's got a lot of work. He's got potential to be really successful, but he's got to roll the dice, lay him out there, you know. So cool to talk to a guy like that, you know, and you can tell you enjoy talking to me, because I just, you know, I just a few years back, that was me, and I'm still learning. I'm not no pro or nothing by any means. I learn every day, the do's and don'ts, and that, so it was cool. Cool. And he looked at a project. I bring him in on a project that was you know, it's bigger than he's used to doing, and so he's like, shit, man, you know, it's a little bit bigger than I'm used to. I said, that's perfect. You're going to grow then, aren't you? You're going to learn, and you're going to grow right here, and I'm going to pay you to do it, right? So that's how I look at things. If we bid on stuff that I haven't done, or I have done, and it's just a bigger scale of stuff, is, guess what? I'm going to get paid to learn how to do this. I'm going to get paid to do this. There's no other better way to learn something when you're actually getting paid to go do it. You know, there's a lot of people out there that pay to go to college to get the knowledge. I'm getting paid to get the knowledge. So that's how I look at it. It's great if you can look at it that way, and you'll learn a lot that way, and very quickly. So anyhow, that's my little pep talk. Another big thing I want to say is I see a lot of small businesses get comfortable. If you're fucking comfortable, sorry, I forgot I'm on camera, I shouldn't cuss, but If you're fucking comfortable, I'm gonna do that again. You're not growing your company. The company is stagnant. If you're at ease, everything's good. I'm just chilling out, going through the motions. You're a stagnant company and you're not growing. Nope. If you're uncomfortable and you're uneasy and it's just a little bit of stress, the old sweat's rolling down, you're growing. You are freaking growing. It may not seem like it. You may be stressed out a little bit more, but you're pushing yourself and you're pushing your employees. That's my goal every day, is to find shit that we're not the best at, or not that we're not the best at. Maybe we just don't have the knowledge in that area, and I hammer home on it. That's what I want to do. I want to get these guys on their freaking toes, get me on my toes, get the office support on their toes, and let's grow. That's what you have to do. If you want to grow your company, get uncomfortable. 5 8K size excavator. It's a rental. We're gonna go drop this back off at our yard. That machine will be ready for our job. We're gonna start this afternoon. Once the other guys get back from the job up north, we'll grab that, come back to the yard, grab that, take off to that other job. After we drop it there, we're gonna run up to the other job that we're gonna be starting on Monday. Meet the lowboy driver. He's gonna be unloading 2 excavators. And then we'll have another dozer delivered there on Monday morning to start that project. That's the boulder retaining wall project that will be on for a week or 2. So here we go. All right, we are here. We followed lowboy driver down here. He backed all the way down this road. It's a windy, twisty road. It's amazing what these guys can do. They're good at their job, especially this company, and that's why we hire them. So this is one machine. We're gonna bring another one in just like it. We're gonna tag team this job and try to get this done in about 4 to 5 days. This is a 2-week project that we're gonna get done in about 1 week. We have rain coming in, and this project we don't want to be on it when it's wet, and you'll see that here shortly. What Henry's unloading here are mats. They're old belting strips that you seen this morning that I was cutting on. So this brand new driveway, steel tracks, not good. So we'll lay these mats out and just walk on these mats all the way down into the job site. So yeah, that's the plan. We're just gonna get this guy unloaded and get moving. And he's going to bring, like I said, he's going to bring a second one in later this afternoon, and a dozer coming in Monday. So pretty slick setup. This here will air down. We'll just walk it off. So. guys, we're back at the yard. We're going to drop off, I guess we're not dropping off anything. We're going to put, let's see, can you see there? Where am I pointing? I'm not very good at this game yet. Over here, that bucket on that machine right there, we're gonna put in this truck behind me, and then we're gonna end up putting the dozer blade onto that machine. That's going to the job that we're at earlier today with the excavator. So that's the plan. And then we're going to come back and grab this machine and head to the other job this afternoon. So what you guys didn't see is we had a final job block that we did earlier today at a job that we just completed. It's about a 3-month project. That was the final job block on that. And then we grabbed lunch. So that's what you didn't see. But here we are. Here we go. This is hard pack, guys. This is super hard pack. Big trucks for years and years running over top of this, and you can see what that blade does. I mean, just like glass. Pretty handy tool. And this big 3-inch rock just picks it right up out of it. All right, we are here at the sanitary line fix, and I'm going to put this up on the truck, unload this. I got guys on their way with cones and everything. I know I don't have cones out and it's a busy street, but we'll get it. I just remembered I need to check real quick. We called in emergency locates and I need to make sure they're done where we're at. Looks like they marked everything out here, but that's the problem, is we're not working out here. Back in here is where the problem is. Very tight. Of course, there ain't a, looks like a private locator hasn't been here either. Right in here we believe the line is broke. Comes in from this house here, goes back into that main back there. So I need to get on the phone. Okay. All right, so shit show. It's been a shit show. But so we came in to do this sewer line replacement, right? And we had some misleading information, and doing our own research, and it's going to be a little while until we can get back. It's just how it is. Can't force things like this, and we didn't really necessarily have the time to do our own research. There was some plumbers that came in here a week ago, and they did scope it with a video, and they didn't have that video anymore to share to us, so we couldn't see it. And then we were told when we talked to them the second time that was clay pipe and not cast. So cast we could fix, clay we could not, and that's the story. So we're going to pull out of here and come back another day, and it's going to be a much bigger job the second time. So anyhow, that's how it goes. So we're loading up right now. I do have a private locator coming out. He's going to locate this pipe all the way out to the main, and we're going to end up running this pipe all the way out to the main and fixing it. But that's going to be in a week or so. So a lot more work to come here, but it's how it goes. So we ended up where we're at. We ended up getting the locator out there to that sewer line repair gig, and he was able to locate where the line is. Only on the customer's property. It goes and cuts across the adjacent property, and then goes into the city right away and drops into the main. Now we're unable to locate. God, hold on, the sun's in my eyes. I can't see where I'm going. Locate only to the edge of the property that we're working for. He did not want us to go on the other property, which I wasn't going to. Anyhow, we did knock. They wouldn't. Nobody came to the door, so we could not continue that all the way to the main. That's where we wanted to go. So I don't know, kind of a weird gig. We tried everything we can do. I mean, we were there at his place till 6:30, you know, on a Friday evening, you know, trying to make it work for him, and that was it. Want to call it quits, so that was all we did. So we'll have to swing back around with him and see if he wants to schedule a time with his neighbors, what he wants to do. I don't know. So anyhow, that was a day. I am out. Went back to the yard, dropped the excavator back off, and heading home. Roughly 7 o'clock. Sun's still up. Got a hell of a sunset. And that's a wrap.